Hi, thank you for tuning into this tutorial video about how to create your digital notebook in physical science using a site called LiveBinders. Now, it's extremely important in any class that you expect to be successful in that you keep a highly organized notebook. And that's exactly what LiveBinders is designed to do with all digital materials. I'm going to show you how to first create a LiveBinder account, then create the notebook that you're going to be using for physical science class, and finally, how to actually put notes into that physical science notebook. Let's get started. The first thing you're going to want to do is visit the address for the LiveBinder site, which is simply livebinders.com. To sign up for an account, you're going to go to the upper right where it says sign up, click that link, and it's going to take you to a page where you need to enter your sign-in information. You're going to create a username. You're going to enter an email address. You can sign in to LiveBinders using that email address. Then you're going to need to create a password. I strongly suggest that for all of these accounts you're creating, you just use the same password. You need to make sure that you can remember the login information for all of them, and using the same password is a good way to do that. Once you've entered that information, go ahead at the bottom, click sign up. And then the LiveBinder site is going to take you to something called your shelf, where all of your notebooks are going to be kept. And your shelf looks like this. There's a sample binder that's already been created for you by LiveBinders that if you want to, you can go ahead and take a look through. But right now, I'm going to go and create a new binder. And I'm going to give that binder a title. I'm going to call it Physical Science Semester 1. Just like you would title a notebook in a course. If you want, you can give it a description, you can enter some tags, but there's one important thing on this page that I'm going to share with you, and that is you can choose to make your binder public or private. If you make it public, anybody on the web can see it. That way, it's also shared with me because I'm on the web too. If you make it private, nobody else can get to it unless you invite them, but you have to remember to invite me so I can see your notes. All of your notes are going to be turned in through LiveBinders. I'm going to show you how to do that. They won't be accepted unless you turn them in because I need to know you're keeping them in an organized digital way. Once you're satisfied with the way this is set up, go ahead and click on Create New Binder. And the LiveBinders site is automatically going to take you to the edit page for your binder. Now I'm just going to go back out to the shelf so we can look at this new binder on the shelf. And I'm going to go back and click on Physical Science Semester 1 that's been created because you need to know that in order to actually edit this binder when you come into it, you need to go up to the top of the page where you see the binder with the red pen in front of it and click on that, and that will allow you to edit the names of the tabs and put stuff into your digital notebook. You see these purple tabs in the middle of the screen? These are going to be the names of the units in physical science. So I'm going to call this Unit 1, Introduction to Matter. And then underneath where it says enter a URL, this is what's going to show up on the tab page when you click that tab. There's specific documents that I've shared with you that I want you to put on the main unit tab pages. Those are in your Google Drive. In your Google Drive, throughout the year, you're going to find documents called unit cover pages. In this case, this one's called the Unit 1 Introduction to Matter cover page. And I want to take this cover page and put it on the main unit tab in my digital notebook because that'll help me keep track of the different lessons that are going to be in that notebook. To put something in your digital notebook is a little bit technical, so make sure you pay attention. You need to go to File. You need to go down to Publish to the Web. You're going to turn this document into an image that you can put out there anywhere on the internet, including inside your digital notebook. So Publish to the Web. You want to click on Embed because you're going to embed it in the notebook. You're going to make it large because this notebook is large and in charge. And then you're going to click on this blue Publish button. Now, I've already published this document to the web on my digital notebook. When you click Publish, it's going to ask you, are you sure you want to make this visible to everybody on the internet? You just need to select Yes. And then you take this embed code, click on it, copy it. You can right-click it, and click copy. You're going to go back to your LiveBinder digital notebook, and I said this was technical. You're going to get good at this after doing it a few times. You need to go up to the top where it says plus content. You're adding content to this page, and you're going to add embed code from a Google Doc. So you click on embed, and then down at the bottom, you paste that code that you copied from before and click insert. And you're going to notice immediately once you've successfully embedded the code that the page is going to now have that image on it. You've successfully taken your Google Notes or your Google cover page and put them in your notebook. If you ever make a mistake and you need to change something, you can click where it says click here to edit. And then you need to go to Tools and click on Source Code, and this is where you can change the embed code. So if you accidentally embed the cover page on one of the tabs where you're supposed to put notes, you can just go to the source code and enter the embed code you were supposed to put in. All right, now, you also need to create separate tabs for each lesson, and to do that, you're going to add a subtab by clicking on the subtab button on the upper left. Once you add a subtab, these are going to have the lesson name. So this one's going to be lesson 1.1, the definition of matter. And you're going to put your Cornell notes for lesson 1.1 here the exact same way. Access those completed Cornell notes, go to File, Publish to the Web. You're going to click Embed and think large and in charge. Then you're going to click Publish to the Web. Confirm that you want to publish it to the web, take the embed code and copy it. Then you're going to go back to your LiveBinder. You're going to click to add content. You're adding embed code, and you're going to paste it into the embed code blank at the bottom. Click insert, and voila, now we have your notes in the lesson 1.1 subtab. You're going to create a new subtab for each lesson in the unit. But you notice that as you create them, it adds the tabs to the left, which doesn't look really good because we're used to reading from left to right. So to move the tabs around, you can click on this little downward pointing red arrow and say, I want to move this subtab to the right. And it'll move it over to a more comfortable position. You can keep giving your subtabs titles and embedding your Google Drive documents into your notes. When you're finished working on your notes, though, you have to remember up at the top to click the Save button, and that will save all of the work that you did. There's one more thing you need to know how to do in LiveBinders, and that's how to share your notes with me when you submit them to Moodle. When you click on a Cornell Notes hand-in on Moodle, you're going to see in the hand-in there's a blank for you to paste code that will take me to your LiveBinder notes. So when you're ready to hand in a set of Cornell notes, the first thing you want to do is go to the tab in your binder that has those Cornell notes that you're handing in. The Cornell notes should be completed and ready to go. Then you're going to want to go up to the top of the page, and you'll see this little triangular pattern. That's the share button. And when you hover over the share button, all of these links, these options show up. You're going to want to click the option to link or embed. And then you'll see that one of the links that it shows you is a link to the current tab in the binder. That's going to give me a link directly to the notes that you've completed, and you're going to prove to me that they're in your LiveBinder because this will take me to your binder so that I can see them. You're going to copy this link, and then you're going to paste it into the hand-in in Moodle for the Cornell notes. One final thing. If you didn't make your LiveBinder public before, you'll need to add me as a collaborator so I'm able to see the work that you've done in your LiveBinder. To do that, you need to be in edit mode. You need to go up to settings to view your binder settings. And then you need to choose the access option, scroll down to the very bottom of that, and add me as a collaborator by entering my email address. That's zimmermank@slhs.us. Once you do that, click Add, and then I will be able to see the LiveBinder pages that you put into Moodle as hand-ins for the Cornell Notes assignments. I hope you find LiveBinders to be a great way to organize your digital content for physical science.